In schools across Liberia, first and second grade students are busy reading.
Look at this, it had 2 legs. This is Pam. Pam sits in the hot sun.
This was not always the case, particularly following the military coup of 1980 and the ensuing 14-year civil war.
As a result of the war, most of the teachers left the country, and some of the trained teachers that remain here, some of them left the teaching profession to seek greener pasture. So as a result, reading was like blacked out in most schools. We find out that children say, I passed to grade 1, but they can't read.
It was this problem that the Read Liberia program, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, set out to solve, drawing on the expertise of Liberian teachers and educators.
Read Liberia, before they started, they came to the ministry and said, look, this is what we want to do. How do we develop the curriculum? So we assisted them, we brought in some, what we call subject specialists, all right, from various schools, especially so from the counties. And then we got together and the curriculum was developed and tested in the field before it was released for implementation in the program.
The next step was to develop teaching and learning materials for early grade reading.
The textbooks that were used by Read Liberia, okay, they were all written by us, Liberians, all right? The process was like a symposium, all right? We came together for about 2-3 weeks to put this material together. Teachers
were then trained to deliver the early grade reading curriculum.
Read Liberia also did a field level training at various schools.
2019-2020, we trained approximately 1,083 teachers for grades 1 and 2.
Trained teachers were then deployed in schools.
Again? What's the word? What's the word? What's the word?
Their performance and the performance of Read Liberia schools generally is subject to constant monitoring by the responsible county district education officers.
District education officer has the responsibility to visit that school thrice a week to ensure that the program is being implemented according to plan.
Read Liberia did something else to improve early grade reading. It used community mobilizers to visit communities, reaching parents directly and through parents-teachers associations, encouraging them to help their children develop a reading habit.
How you been doing with her?
They took the quiz and I saw her paper. She coming on well with a quiz.
Because we know as educators that parents also play a critical role in their children's learning. So these parents are encouraged to spend at least minimum 20 minutes at home every day where they will read.
And some of these strategies has to do with the issue of, reading spaces being identified in homes to support kids' reading ability.
The results of all this effort have been good.
The impact is overwhelming in that we're getting results that some schools, for example, in Lofa, Bong, Magibi, Grand Bassa, the children there are so excited about reading until you don't have to tell them. When they are going to school, they carry their books. The teachers also have their books. So as a result, we found out that most of the students in those areas are now reading at grade appropriate level.
A recent impact assessment showed that the average early grade reader in Read Liberia's 631 schools can read 29.7 correct words per minute compared to 14.5 correct words per minute for the average student in non-Read Liberia schools. The average students in Read Liberia schools who can read more than 50 correct words per minute climbed from 7.5% to 23.4%.
This is Pam. Pam has a bus.
The challenge now is to sustain and build on these gains. That is why Read Liberia is working with the Ministry of Education to transition the early grade reading program to the ministry once the Read Liberia early grade reading activity ends.
The transition should emphasize sustainability in a way that when Read Liberia leaves, the ministry is capable and able to uphold the program.
All of the building blocks for a successful transition are in place. The Ministry of Education is familiar with the early grade reading program, having played a central role in devising the curriculum and teaching and learning materials. In the meantime, though, thanks to the efforts of Read Liberia and its many Liberian partners, Liberian children are discovering the joy of reading, and their parents, particularly those who themselves cannot read, are very happy.
Happy. They will teach me in Jesus' name.